It's a very interesting subject because for many women in their lives, they are quite used to being in control of what happens to them. And they are very good at achieving the outcomes that they want and the goals that they have set themselves. And they've learned, probably from a long time ago as a child, that if you make your effort, you will achieve your goal. All you have to do is put in the right effort in the right way, and you will succeed. And so, like when they do their exams at school, they work hard, they study hard, they apply themselves, and sure enough, they get good grades in their exams. Maybe they might go on to university, and you just have to really take it seriously. You study hard, you apply yourself, and you can come out with a good qualification, a good degree at the end. You then want a good job, and so you do your research for the company that you're applying to, and you make yourself a good presentation, and you make yourself familiar so that when you do your interview, you perform really well, and then you get the job that you want. And maybe in the meantime, you find the man of your dreams and you want to marry him, and so you plan and prepare this fantastic wedding and the day that's perfect day, and you prepare and organize and control everything so that it all goes really well on the day. And then maybe you have a promotion coming up, and so you work really hard and you do all the things you've got to do. So by the time women are in their maybe late 20s, early 30s, they have learned that they can control the outcomes of their endeavors. They can make happen what they want to happen. And so then they decide they want to have a baby. And they first of all try, and they can see all their friends after 2 or 3 or 4 or 6 months of falling pregnant. And they think, well, that's going to be me any minute now. And then, of course, it doesn't happen. And time passes and the months go by, and it's not happening, and it's not happening. And then they start to be like, hang on a minute. The next thing that happens is Google. And they go into Google and they start to find out, what can I do? What can I do to get myself pregnant? And as I understand it, there's absolute avalanche of information of what you should and shouldn't do, what you should or shouldn't eat, what you should or shouldn't drink, what supplements you should or shouldn't take, what you should do and not do in terms of exercise. I mean, by all accounts, there's just a wealth of information out there for women who want to do the absolute best they can to get themselves pregnant. And so they apply the same rules to this that they've applied to everything else. And why wouldn't they? It's kind of blindingly obvious that, of course, you just apply yourself and you can get this baby. So off they go. And very intensively, very proactively, with a great deal of very conscientiously, they do everything they need to do to get pregnant. And then it doesn't work. And the shock is just absolutely, it's like, I don't get it. I don't understand how I did everything. I did everything I could, and it's still not working. And then it begins to dawn. I don't know if it dawns or whether I discuss with them that this is something. You finally come across something in your life, in your existence, that you have no control over. You cannot make a baby happen through your effort. It's not like anything else you've done before. And it's very, very shocking. Really shocking, because it's that most women who are effective and ambitious, and a lot of people will say they're self-confessed control freaks. They like to plan, they like to organize, and they are used to making things happen. And most women that I speak to, this applies to them. And then suddenly, here they are in this world where it doesn't matter what they do, how hard they work, how much effort they make, how they apply the so-called rules, as it were, that are going to make them pregnant, make this baby. It doesn't matter how hard they try, they can't make it happen. And it's a bit of a kind of like a huge jolt, reality jolt. I don't even know how to describe it, to realize that, oh my God, this isn't something I am in control of. And to be honest with you, I don't think anybody is. There isn't a single fertility specialist in the world that can tell someone, yes, you'll definitely get pregnant on this cycle, or you'll definitely get pregnant on that embryo transfer, or you'll definitely... Nobody can, because it seems to be, I don't know what, down to Mother Nature or biology or chance. I don't even know what. And of course, that's not to say women shouldn't eat well and be healthy and not drink and not smoke and do all those good things. And of course, you want to feel you did your best. But I do know it can cause a huge amount of distress to women who try so hard, and then they feel really guilty because they think they've done something wrong, or they didn't do it well enough, or they didn't try hard enough, or they must have done something wrong. So there can be a bit of self-blame as well. So it's a very complicated area, this notion of being in control or not of getting pregnant.